In the latest economic well-being report released in May of 2023, American adults revealed they were spending more, but they were not making more. No more money coming in, but more money going out. That just doesn't add up. In a new report just released on American spending by Clever Real Estate, I found out we've got a lot to learn and a lot to do before we can make ends meet.
The consumer use of buy now, pay later continues to grow.
Many consumers in all segments are using it. It's become pretty ubiquitous on online shopping, at checkout, and also is offered in many stores.
But it's obvious that throughout the modern period, and increasingly from the 1950s, something new has happened. A consumer revolution, maybe. Consumption expanded across the classes. It began to dominate all of our lives. At some point, we transformed into a consumer society.
We found is bigger than Instacart. Yes, inflation is real, but something else has been pushing prices higher this whole time. There's a system, one that grocery stores and tech companies built together. It learns from every purchase.
It's not just online. It's in the physical stores you walk into, with the primary goal:
tell yourself it's fine.
maximize.
You're just browsing. But what starts as comfort becomes a coping mechanism. And soon, it's not about what you're buying. It's about what you're avoiding. But the real cost isn't money. It's what's happening underneath.
Before you bought it, you thought it was going to change something. Your routine, your mood, your confidence, maybe even your life. You imagined the version of you that finally had it, and for a second, it felt real. But then, a few days later, it's just sitting there, and somehow, you're already looking for the next thing again, and again, and again. So the question isn't, why are you buying things you don't need? It's, why does nothing ever feel like enough? Welcome back to Beyond Surface Level, where we dive deep into the systems shaping your life and question what's told, so we can reveal what's actually happening underneath it all. You don't actually want the product, you want what you think it will unlock. That outfit isn't just clothes, it's confidence, attention, a different version of yourself. That skincare isn't just skincare, it's control, a glow, a sense that you're taking care of your life. That purchase is never about the object, it's about identity. You're not buying things, you're buying potential versions of yourself. And the most dangerous part is that version only exists in your imagination. The best part of buying something is not owning it, it's wanting it. It's the scrolling, the comparing, the imagining. It's the moment you picture your life with it, because anticipation releases more dopamine than actually having the thing your brain is lighting up before you even click buy. Which means the system doesn't need you to be satisfied. It just needs you to stay in the wanting phase. Because once you get it, the feeling drops. Fast. And now you're back, searching again. This is the cycle. You feel something missing, you don't know what it is, so your brain looks for a solution. You see something and attach meaning to it. This will fix it, this will upgrade me, this will make me feel different. You buy it, you feel a short hit, relief, excitement, validation, and then your baseline resets. The feeling fades, and the missing feeling comes back. But now, it feels like you need something else, and the loop starts over, wanting, buying, resetting, over and over. This is where it gets deeper. It's not just that things don't satisfy you, it's that your brain is being trained to not feel satisfied. Because satisfaction requires stillness, and your environment never lets you stay there long enough. The moment you get something, before you can even fully experience it, you're already being shown what's next, what's better, what's newer, what's upgraded. So your brain never fully registers. I have enough. It immediately shifts to what else? And we're not just individuals doing this. We're in a society where overconsumption is completely normalized, where buying something new is seen as productive, where upgrading your life means constantly replacing it, where boredom is treated like a problem that needs to be solved with another purchase, so when you feel that urge to get something new, it doesn't feel excessive, it feels normal, because everyone around you is doing the same exact thing. And over time, this does something subtle, but powerful. It lowers your ability to feel fulfillment, because fulfillment comes from sitting with something long enough for it to actually land. But instead, we consume and move on, consume and move on. Nothing gets time to mean anything. And then there's something even deeper. You're not just comparing yourself to other people anymore. You're comparing yourself to versions of yourself that don't even exist. The version of you imagined when you bought it, the version of you that would wake up earlier, be more disciplined, have everything together. So when reality doesn't match, it doesn't feel like the product didn't work, it feels like you didn't. And that creates a new gap, one that feels personal. And now you're not just buying again because you want something, you're buying again to close the gap between who you are and who you thought you'd become. And the more this happens, the less anything feels like enough. Not because you're ungrateful, not because you're doing something wrong, but because your baseline has been quietly raised by constant exposure to better, faster, more. So when you say, why does nothing satisfy me anymore? It's not random. It's conditioning. You've been placed in a constant state of almost happy, almost there, almost enough, and almost is what keeps the cycle alive. Because almost still feels like something is missing. And as long as something feels missing, you'll keep searching even if you don't know what you're actually looking for. People say emotional buying, like it's just sadness or boredom, but it's deeper than that. It's identity discomfort. It's that quiet feeling of, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not who I want to be. Something feels off, and instead of sitting in that feeling, we translate it into something actionable. Buy something, change something, fix something, because buying feels like progress, even when it's not. It gives you the illusion that you're moving forward without actually changing anything. If you ever felt fully satisfied, fully content, fully enough, you would stop consuming. And that breaks the system, so everything around you is designed to keep you slightly incomplete, close enough to feel hope, but far enough to keep chasing, because a satisfied person is not a profitable one. The problem isn't that you keep buying things. It's that you think the next thing will finally be the one that sticks, the one that satisfies, the one that completes something. But the system isn't built for completion. It's built for continuation. And once you see that, you start to pause. Not because you can't buy things, but because you understand what you're actually chasing. This isn't about never buying anything. This isn't about not wanting more for your life. You're allowed to grow, to dream, to upgrade your environment, to buy things that genuinely support you. But there's a difference between using things as tools and using things to fill something that was never meant to be filled that way. Because if you don't understand the loop, you'll keep chasing a feeling that no purchase was ever designed to give you. And once you become aware of that, You don't stop living, you just stop chasing blindly. And that is where real control starts. If this made you think differently, share it with someone who feels like nothing is ever enough. And if you're here to keep questioning what's told and seeing what's actually going on beneath it all, make sure you subscribe. Much love, and I'll see you next Sunday.